As we head into winter, concerns are growing for some of the most vulnerable people in our community. If you drive around downtown Des Moines and many other neighborhoods, the signs are easy to see. New at 6, KCCI's Kayla James spent weeks looking into the search for solutions for Des Moines' homeless population. Kayla?
Yeah, Stacy, you see people throughout the city who are homeless, asking for money or food. There are encampments along rivers or in woods. Now the city of Des Moines is coming up with an unprecedented step to make a change. And as I found out, many are saying it can't come soon enough.
There's been times I felt unsafe, outnumbered.
But never really scared. Instead, Joe Dolak says he feels bad during his nightly walks when he sees homeless people resting on city streets.
That's not their fault. We're a community, and we're a strong community. We're a proud community of Des Moines. But our community is failing these people.
Dolak says this is what the corner of 6th Avenue and Walnut Street looked like mid-September, every night around 9. But by early October, the corner was empty, not a person in sight.
Unfortunately, tonight, it looks like they might have been pushed on, which is an all too uncommon story.
A story Dolak hates to see.
The property managers was able to put up the signage here to help curb the issue, but obviously a sign's not providing any resources.
And alleyways once left open,
people were constantly hanging out in that area.
Now chained off.
But we just moved this problem on to the streets rather than solving what the issue was.
On July 27th, the Institute for Community Alliance counted more than 180 people were living on Des Moines streets. It's a higher count than this past winter or the summer before.
We have a homeless population that is always trying to find somewhere to be.
Some choose to go to different shelters, or others get into transitional housing. But then there are those who remain unsheltered and are soon moved following complaints.
We go in, we post notice, we come in and we clean the camp, they move to another spot, and then we just sort of move them again. And that's not a sustainable situation. It's not a good solution to the problem.
And Des Moines Neighborhood Services Deputy Director Sue-Ann Donovan says she doesn't like to do it. So the city's new approach to helping homeless people is a nice change, creating a position, the Homeless Policy Administrator.
Well, it's going to have to be somebody with compassion and understanding for how people become homeless.
Donovan says the administrator will work with other organizations serving the homeless. The goal is to continue collaborating, helping provide resources, and to create a policy to help people who are homeless grow.
Develop, if a person meets these criteria, this is how we're going to help them. If they meet this criteria, this is the path to help them.
We're often the front door for people experiencing homelessness.
A key organization is Primary Healthcare's Homeless Support Services team. In addition to providing a clothing closet and a shower, PHC's program has a good idea on who is where.
We hold the family shelter waiting list, we hold the youth emergency waiting list, and we make housing referrals to folks who are on waiting lists in Polk County.
There are more than 500 people on PHC's housing waiting list and around 70 on the family shelter list. Shelby Ridley at PHC says that shows how much of a need there really is right now.
What we know is that once you're in housing, you're better able to handle most everything in life.
That's the overall goal in Des Moines, to help people get back on their feet.
It's not only the people in the camps that we are looking at helping, it's the people that are couch surfing and living in cars and just barely making it by.
Joe Dolak believes there should be a place for everyone, and it's not inside cars or sleeping on city streets.
Let's find a place for them to be able to thrive in our community.
And we know as winter approaches, concerns do rise for people who are homeless. The application is still open for that city position, but the city tells us they hope to have someone in that spot early in 2023. Live in downtown Des Moines, Kayla James, KCCI 8 News, Iowa's news leader.